really get yourself to a place where the life events that come up aren't going to phase you. If you're at the bottom, get out there, go and do something with your life.
I just wanted to sit down and talk to you today about putting yourself through some hardship, because it seems like a lot of people nowadays don't go out there and challenge themselves, and it comes back to bite them in one way or another. So before we go any further, I just want to drop into a bit of a lesson, a bit of a, historical account from myself, so you know what I'm talking about. Now, a few examples of this are the long distance hiking trips that I do. Break out of the day-to-day and go into a different world, a different place, travel, see somewhere, but also challenge. Put challenge on the body to prepare, but also to do the act itself. So I've done a couple of these. In 2023, me and 4 friends went over to Croatia, where we all hiked 100 kilometers through the mountains. It was a fantastic trip. We went out there and saw some great people, some great views, experiences that you just wouldn't get if you were just going to go to the normal party destinations. And I quite like this as well, because you'd avoid some of the crowd that actually wouldn't be challenging themselves. There's no discipline in the people that are just going to go down the boozer in Ibiza. They're not my kind of people. The important thing is to put yourself through extreme challenge and really get yourself to a place where the life events that come up aren't going to phase you, because you've developed the skill of becoming strong or facing adversity and being able to power through and discipline and keep walking and keep hiking with your big backpack on, even when your ankles are hurting or you're out of water. The sun's going down, you're running out of time. It's dealing with pacing, preparation, and then also recovery. So I've done a couple of these long hikes. We did one in Croatia and we did one in Montenegro. I was going to do one this year, Bosnia actually, and I had to cancel the trip because it was more important to focus on what I'm doing now here in Thailand to build a new life within the online world. And also, it just wasn't a smart decision at the time. So I gave my ticket to one of my good friends, Sam, and he went out there and smashed it. The thing that I did this year was when I went back to the UK, I'd ticked off one of my bucket list items, the 3 Peaks Challenge. It's a 24-hour challenge. You can watch it on my main channel. I'll put a little message up here. It was a great challenge, something that I've always wanted to do from as soon as I knew what it was. I wanted to get it done. And I did it on my own with the help of my father to drive me between the locations for safety. But the moral of the story is each year you should be putting yourself through at least a very difficult weekend or a difficult week to really reset and challenge yourself and go through the pain of developing yourself to be the warrior in the garden than a gardener in the war. Now, why is this important for you to put yourself through this to get stronger? People either get dealt challenged by life, or they actually never get dealt challenged by life and don't grow. They don't become anything different from what they are. There's a reason why people that have 2 parents and a good upbringing get mocked, is because generally they don't do anything of their significance, because they're not put through hardship, and then they end up getting on drugs, and they get into different lifestyles to chase this high that they never got, because they've already started at this high level. Now, this has been talked about a lot before, but there's one person that goes through this, cushy lifestyle that never has anything. They don't have anything to show for it, and they just get, they're just floating down the river of life. And then you've got the person that gets dealt the card of doom or the hand of doom, and they get hit left, right, and centre with these terrible things, parents passing away, or their friend dies, or they get a life-changing illness, or something comes up and they're eternally broke. I'm not from the US, but I've heard that if you go and jump in an ambulance, you're going to be paying thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars just go to the ambulance, and you go to hospital and now you got 150 grand worth of debt. Imagine that. You get financially wrecked, and you've never put yourself through hardship. You never understood what it means to persevere through a bad situation. That's going to build you up. And then you've got the third person who has the good situation, but they choose to put themselves through hardship and they've already prepared themselves, it doesn't hurt as much. It doesn't sting as bad because you know what it feels like to be stung. You can almost numb yourself to the pain of the world. As much as people say, well, you should, get your emotions out there and become very fluid, and you shouldn't suppress your emotions. But the suppression of emotions generally has led to the world that we have today. If people didn't suppress their emotions, people didn't suppress their fears, people would have never conquered the world, the British Empire. They would have never happened. People would have been scared to get on a boat that some guy made in their back garden to go out and net onto the high seas. It's important that you go out and challenge yourself daily, not only yearly or every month. You need to be doing something every day. And that all starts with physical graft. Going out there and putting yourself in the thick of it, whether that's with a hard, difficult manual job, get out there, go and do something with your life. Go and start at the bottom, climb the ladder, do the dirty work that no one wants to do, do overtime, learn all the skills. Go and challenge yourself every day. Go for runs in the dark, put yourself through the ice baths. As gimmicky as it might seem, the difficult things are going to build your resilience. To be honest, that's the only thing that's going to get you through life, because as much as people have support groups around you, you're the only person that is really going to get any of this done. No one's going to go out there and buy you what you want. You need to go out there and get it yourself. And the more prepared you are for life, the stronger you are in the meantime, the easier it's going to be. So if you liked the video, drop a little subscribe down there. Tell me what you thought. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if you liked it. And if you did like it, drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one.